The next rung on the pyramid is church and personal ministry. Now, we could have a vigorous debate about whether or not church and personal ministry should actually be one rung up ahead of school and work, and that's a great conversation to have. I put school and work just a notch above church and personal ministry for two primary reasons. One, in the course of my week, whether I'm a student or I'm an employee or I own a business or I'm a stay-at-home mom or whatever my work life might look like, that is going to get more of my hours in a week than my time on campus at Cottonwood or in church. But this is a great example of how these rungs are not rigid. These are not rigid sections that we need to adhere to. In fact, they blend all in together all of the time. And the truth is, because I am at work so much, or if I'm a student, I'm at school so often, that is in fact where almost all of my personal ministry actually plays out. So when I consider my walk with Christ playing out as an extension of my life, it's going to happen. My personal ministry is going to happen oftentimes at school, at work. School if I'm a student, and at work if I'm a mom or dad or a home group leader. And so church, clearly the Bible has a lot to say about us not giving up meeting together, as some are in the habit of doing. This is a real challenge for us today when we have so many other demands on our time. And so this is very high, very important on the pyramid with regard to how we structure our life and our week. We are built to live in community, and that community primarily should be our church family. Our church family are the people that we are going to celebrate Christ with for eternity, and they very much deserve a tremendous amount of our time, our energy, our focus. And that too, again, becomes an extension of worship and the primary focus of our worship as our lives play out. So again, I think as leaders, we need to encourage our students to figure out, what is your personal ministry? How is that playing out? What does that look like for you? What does that look like at the lunch table, on your soccer team? What does that look like for you, mom or dad, at the office? And then how does that, when we get to come together on Sundays or Saturday nights and come into the house of worship as the saints, how do we get to celebrate God and all that He's done in our week in the area of church and worship and personal ministry?